since I come here to Liverpool or to Anfield, I've drummed it into our players time and again that they are privileged to play for you. And if they didn't believe me, they believe me now.
The greatest manager ever lived. I mean, I'm not saying I think he's the greatest manager. I'm saying he is the greatest manager. Facts can prove that. I happened to be in Manchester, stationed in Manchester, when the Blitz came to the city. And I saw Old Trafford a few days after it had been blitzed. And when I looked at it, I thought, well, that's the end. There'll never be another football team here again. Tommy Curry was trying to keep things going then. And there was no water running into the place to have a wash so that the players could train. And it's the most amazing thing that this club now and this ground has risen from this. This is a tribute to Matt Busby. The man was blessed with ability, and of course he used that ability. After the war, Matt Busby was lucky, I must say this, to have a team of players that could play, even though most of them were veterans. But many teams were in the same position. And they got rid of their old players, and Matt, of course, kept his. And even added to them by signing fellas like Jimmy Delaney, who was an invaluable asset. So until Matt got his young boys ready, giving them time to get them ready, he used his old players. Then, of course, come the Busby Babes. Look at the results that Manchester United have achieved. I don't think there's anything that is short of. And he's never been short of courage to go and buy players with his own money, not sponsored by anybody, money that came through the turnstiles. He bought many players, and he never was afraid to dabble. He had tremendous courage. And Matt's foresight, Matt's ability, everything that a man needs to be a football manager, Matt Busby has. There is no doubt he's an inspiration to anybody, always willing to help you. And he would never guide you and tell you to do anything wrong. I think many men have gone to Matt for advice. And I think that is an inspiration to everybody.
Before Matt Busby, there were no football managers.
I was born in a small mining village. The people were brought up in a faith which was football.
I had no experience as a manager. All I had was certain ideas, faith in those ideas, and faith in the club.
Matt was the first tracksuit manager training with the players. This was revolutionary.
He had this aura about him. He made everybody feel important.
The Busby Babes, the way they played was rock and roll.
Busby was trying to build the best club in the world.
When you look back, do you think that there was any part of it that caused a sacrifice that wasn't worth it?
Oh, yes.
I woke up and I was in my seat, but I was about 30 yards from the plane.
As the details seeped out, the magnitude of the horror became apparent.
It hurts to think about it.
My first reaction was never to have anything to do with football again. I had the feeling that I might have been responsible. I was terrified to come and look at the ground and feel the people. My wife said the lads that have died would want you to carry on. And I got this obsession again. I still want Manchester United to be the best team in Europe. And the only way they can be the best team in Europe is by winning the European Cup.
Matt showed the ability to knit a team, and it was an absolutely brilliant team.
It was Matt's last chance to win the European Cup.
He was like a father to us.
You wanted to win for him more than anything else.
But nothing is more gratifying than to spot a star and see him develop year by year to his predestined place among the gallery of the immortals.
British football's most successful ever manager. An astounding haul, 19 trophies in 9 seasons. Unbelievable.
It's been 24 years since Bob Paisley passed away. And whilst new generations of fans know the name, they don't know the man behind the legend. Main club sponsor Standard Chartered wanted to connect fans to his legacy, using technology to enable better human connections, telling the untold stories. To celebrate Bob's 100th year, we brought the humble genius to 2019. Working closely with the Paisley family, we immersed ourselves in the past, from his tactics and personality to the smallest details of the famous boot room. We recreated his personality from the limited amount of interviews that exist. It took over 100,000 polygons. We modelled over 200 unique facial shapes. And we used an artificial intelligence model to create our legend. The past was then united with the present for today's fans, bringing together two of the most influential managers in history.
With the weight of history behind us.
Sharing a trip down memory lane.
Nice to see you, boss.
And a special presentation of his 100th year shirt.
It's even got your name on it, Bob.
The campaign earned an unbelievable response. We made news around the world.
Thanks to artificial intelligence.
Bob Paisley.
Football manager Bob Paisley.
Looking back at the history of the club.
Back in his dressing room, the great Bob Paisley.
We lit a fire of communication with fans around the globe. We enabled conversations that would never have been possible.
I feel like crying because it just brings back so many memories for me.
And we allowed the bank to truly build connections. But maybe the best gift of all was to the Paisley family.
My little boy never got to meet Grandad, but actually there will be some sense of him knowing him.
The technology is amazing.
Well, thank you very much indeed.